Hi, Christine here from Santa Cruz Dahlias and Jan 2. And this morning we wanted to show you how we cut for our accounts. So we have florists and designers that we cut for each week, and we wanted to show you how we just set up to do that. So first what we do is we have these containers that we cut into, and you can see these have about 45 holes in them. This is a 3-gallon Rubbermaid container that you can buy online. It actually comes with a top on it as well. And then these you can buy from Stewie and Son. So if you go to their website, you want to go to the search bar and type FT45, and that will bring you to these ones. They sell lots and lots of these different kinds of containers. They use them for starting tree starts basically in them, but we found that cutting into them, they're great. They have a little hole in the bottom, the stem passes through and into the water. It helps hold them while they're traveling, and then you also have a built-in water supply. So we really like them, and we've been using them for probably 18 years, and they do great. You can even wash them in the dishwasher, so if they get dirty. So the first thing you want to start out with is a super clean container. That is the most important thing when you're cutting. So your vases, anything you do like this should be washed probably the first time, given a good bleach solution, and then scrubbed clean. We scrub them clean every time before we cut, so to make sure that everything's great. So this you fill to water about here, almost to that line, but a little less. And then you put the container in this way, or the top in this way. You pull this towards you, and then it pops in. The first time it's going to be really tight, and then after that it gets looser. So the next thing we set up for when we're cutting is we set up a list of what we're cutting for the day. If our designers have sent us a color palette, we've got the color palette we work off of, and that's kind of where we start. We also are dipping our tools into a 10 to 20% bleach solution here. So they live here, they go with us out into the field. Every time between cuts, we stick them back in, and so that's what we do. So that's how we start, and now we'll show you how we cut. We are really into disbudding, so when the bloom is formed, there's usually secondary buds here. We remove those, and you can see their little scars here. And the reason we do that is we want all the energy to go into the bloom. And so these are pretty much set up for us to cut. And so when we cut, we go to the first set of leaves and then down to the next set of leaves. And you can see it's already pushing the next lateral that will have blooms on us for us in another week or so. So we just go right down here, right close to the end. We don't like to cut in the middle here, because then you have a stem sticking up. Like right here, if we cut right here, we would have a stem sticking up, and the plant would kind of have to keep track of that. So we cut right down here. Jan will show you what we do next is we'll strip the leaves and then stick them right into the container like that. So it's really important also to put the flowers into the water as soon as you possibly can. We try to do it within, I'd say, a minute, and as you can see, we're cutting first thing in the morning. It's really cool, and that's a way to do it too. So we're going to show you what we do. Brian's going to follow us around and show you how we cut. Here's all the blooms. We're going to go over to our stand, strip them,
and put them in the appropriate tubs. Checking them to make sure some of them,
Oh yeah,
these are all good.
Yeah, so we check them for bug damage, yeah.
Or just if they're too far gone. Having some, this one's a little immature, just a little variety, so they're not all the same.
One of the things that we do is that we dip between each cut or each plant. If we can tell that this, like here, has 3 plants, I can't really tell, so I'm going to dip in between each cut. So I'm dipping into the 10 to 20% bleach solution here right at my hip, and just going along and cutting, and then these will go directly into the tubs. Have a good day, everyone.